Nadi, good evening. We'll wait 2-3 minutes, Nadi and Pujani. Like
Good
now it's
evening.
6:32. We'll wait till 6:35. After that, we'll start the session, right?
Okay.
Once again, very good evening to Pujani, Nadi, and Maheshi. So we waited till 6:35 for the others even to join. Hope that you all have revised, right? So we have done for 5 days, and I have asked you to revise and come. Hope that you have revised, right? Because now when we are going to answer these questions from your end, if you have not revised, what you can do without searching, either you can go through with the materials what I have provided, and maybe whatever the notes that you have written, you can refer that, and then you can have kind of a proper solid answer. And then you have to make sure you have to keep on reading that solid answer, then at least you will be getting kind of a proper knowledge. So that you can do if you have not prepared. That means from your end, if you have not revised. But if you have revised everything without looking from any material, try to write your own answer, right? Okay, we'll move to the first question. Dinushi, good evening.
Good evening, madam.
Right. So this is the question number 1. Now, similar way for the module 4, I have not included when I was making your final paper, I have not included any MCQ questions. So you won't get any MCQ questions for this module 5, right? So this type of a question you will get. Now here I have included write short notes on the following. Select any three parts. So what you have to do, to write one part, I will give, normally when you're writing one part, how many minutes do you need? Just tell me the minutes that you want to write one part. Yes, any guesses? How many minutes do you need? Nabi?
5 minutes.
2 to 5 minutes, not enough. That means within that, if you're going to write, like you will be getting
True.
5 marks also. No? So therefore,
Ah,
you can write. Now, if you have
true.
very prepared, no problem, right? Dinoshi, how many minutes do you need?
Uh,
My
5 minutes or 7 minutes, madam.
5 to 7, right? Pujani, right. By considering all, I will give 10 minutes for each part. Now it is 6:38. So 6:48. So you will be getting the time. Still 6:48 to answer the first question. Then 6:58. 6:48. Then 6:58. Then 7:08. Now you will be reading your answers, right? So you're going to read your answers. Shall we start checking the first part that you have written? Right? At least shall we check the first part? I'm giving marks out of 5 as 12 because for all three parts only out of 15. So therefore, out of 5 I will be giving, right? When I tell you have to read your answer because otherwise like when you're going to send answers and all, reading I can check and then I can give the marks. Yes. Dinushi, start your answer.
Um,
Any part, that means only one part.
Physical disabilities means someone who born with some physical disabilities, or it can be developed after the birth. When discussing about the child physical disabilities, we can recognize like asthma, child arthritis, some limbs different. With someone in physical disabilities, they need the right attention, care, and support from everyone. When it becomes to teaching someone with physical disabilities, we must use right methods and effective teaching strategies to them. That's all.
I will give 3.5 out of 5. Good, not bad. Right. Maheshi, I'm sending the marks. Otherwise, like you won't remember even Dinushi. Dinushi. Yes. I will write the marks 3.5. Yes, Maheshi.
Ma'am, I'm not in position. Mom picture එකක් දාන්නද මේ group එකට?
මොනාද මහේෂි මට ඇහෙන්නේ නැහැ.
මම mic එක on කරන්න පුළුවන් තැනක නෙමෙයි ඉන්නේ. මම photo එකක් දාන්නද?
කියන්න අමාරුයිද උත්තරේ පුතේ?
mic එක on කරන්න චුට්ටක් අමාරුයි මම පොඩ්ඩක් සද්ද වැඩි වටේ පිටේ. මම ගෙදර නෙමෙයි ඉන්නේ.
ඒ කියන්නේ දැන් හරි උත්තරේ වන්නකො හරි 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 ඕකේ නදී
Physical disability. Physical disability is a situation where person is not in a position to control body, perform daily activities, or inability to move. It can be permanent or temporary situation. Examples of physical disability: spinal cord injuries, cerebral palsy injuries. For childs, it can be impact to their development process. It affects motor skills of a child, um, like gross motor skills and fine motor skills. There are so many adaptive equipments to support physical disability persons to support their daily activities, like walkers, wheelchairs. That's all, ma'am.
that answer is okay, but I feel like you can continue more. You were like stopped somewhere in the middle. So I have given 3.5. Right, wait, Dinushi's one also I will tell that is the physical disabilities. Then yes, Pujani.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Pujani. Start with that.
Physical disabilities encompass a wide range of limitations that affect a person's physical functioning, their mobility and stamina. These limitations can impact various aspects of daily life. Causes: physical disabilities can be caused from various causes, including Congenital conditions present from birth, such as cerebral palsy, injuries, accidents or trauma leading to spinal cord injuries or any other things, illnesses, medical conditions like arthritis, multiple sclerosis or stroke, progressive conditions, disabilities that worsen over time, such as Parkinson's. Physical disabilities can vary in severity from mild to profound. Some individuals and some students require assistive technology like wheelchairs, walkers, while some do not need this much of assistive devices. Um, so, because of that, an inclusive classroom is essential in primary because then we can ensure that the classroom is physically accessible, like there could be adjustable desks because of their physical disabilities, and we can provide pencil grips, adaptive scissors, or devices like dialogue boxes when needed. And also, we can adapt to different teaching methods and materials. So we can focus individually on their different learning styles and abilities. That's it.
Right, it's a very good completed answer. So I have given 4.5 marks. So can you just send your answer to the group as well, Poochani? Send it to the group.
Yes,
Anuragi, read your answer.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Physical disabilities. Physical disabilities means in special needs children refer to conditions that affect their mobility, such as cerebral palsy, muscular dystrophy, muscular dystrophy, spinal cord injury. This disabilities can affect child daily activities. These children need to adapt to equipment and physical therapy. That's all, ma'am.
So you can write further. So it's not completed. I will give 2.5 marks. You can write further. Right. Now better you continue those who have not finished the second and the third part again by 7:10. Like because I have taken the time to read your first answer, 7:10, we will be start reading the other parts. Yes, you can.
Ma'am, I joined late.
That's the thing. Okay. Start answering the other parts as well. We'll start checking another part. Yes, Anuradhi, start reading your answer. Anuradhi, start reading your answer.
Yes, ma'am. Special needs children are those who require additional support due to physical, cognitive, emotional, or developmental challenges. These needs may areas from conditions such as autism, Down syndrome, learning disabilities, physical disabilities, developmental disabilities, emotional or behavioral disabilities are there. Something.
You have selected the part special need children, Anuradhi.
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm. That's all you have written.
Yes, ma'am. But enough.
I have given
Still.
2 marks, but you have to practice before the exam. Huh?
Yes, ma'am. Still writing.
Okay, Dinushi.
Special need children. Special need children refer to those who have physical disabilities, mental disabilities, sensory disabilities, and behavioral disabilities. According to CRPD, those who have long-term uh, uh, long-term physical, mental, and sensory disabilities and behavioral disabilities, we can recognize as a special need children. A special need children need more additional support for their development milestones. We can recognize 4 main types of special needs. First one is physical. Examples: asthma, leukemia, limb difference. Whether someone is born with physical disabilities, they need correct methods and strategies to teach. Development special needs. Example: Down syndrome, autism, dyslexia. We can recognize as those who have delays in their development. Third one is behavioral and emotional special needs. Examples are dissociation and hyperactive children. These disorders must identify by experts, and it helps to live with these conditions. Sensory disabilities, uh, blindness, and hearing loss. Those who are with these disabilities can improve with the right technology methods.
Right, good, but you can complete more. I have given 4 marks. It's good. Good answer. Nadi,
Special need children. Special need children are those who are having disabilities relating to physical development, learning, uh, learning, emotional and sensory impairment. So they need additional support to continue their day-to-day life. Since they need additional support from caregivers, they should be well trained and having good qualities to handle these children. Uh, Examples of disabilities are autism, Down syndrome, ADHD, dyslexia, anxiety, and depression. Vision and hearing impairments. These situations affect child's ability to learning, communicating, and physical activities. There are specified educational programs, therapies, medical treatments, assistive devices to support their daily activities. Also, they create better environment them to live with normal children.
Good. 3.5. Good. But you can write more. Dileka.
Special need children, child with a special need, if the child has a physical development, behavioral condition that need additional help to them in daily life. Example, dyslexia, ADH, autism. Classroom activity for special need children. Classroom activities are more effective to the older students, but special need children always need activities. Classroom activities engage with the class teacher. Then teacher designed the group work, games. It's going with the student. They can improve their help to improve help each other and building skill and communication skill. That's all.
Right. 3.5, Dileka. Poojani has sent the answer. Then I will read and send it to the group. Right. Okay. So that means now you all have done 2 parts. So try to write the other part later. Otherwise, like we won't be able to go to the other questions also. No, right. Now see the second question. You better do the other parts. What are some classroom strategies for helping a 8-year-old student with dyslexia overcome difficulties in reading influency and spellings? Maybe assume that you got a student who is 8 years old and he or she is suffering with dyslexia. Now you know what is dyslexia. What are the things that you can see? Maybe they are having some issues to do loud reading, and sometimes PG and BD problem. They will get kind of the mixed words. They will get, sometimes they cannot uh, position the letters in a proper manner, and some sort of reading issues. Likewise, they have many more things. So what you have to do, you have to find some classroom strategies. So assume you are the teacher. So what are the strategies that you are going to use to minimize this issue with that particular student? That is what you are going to write. Right? So assume that you are a teacher in a class, and in your class, a boy or a girl who is 8-year-old is there and who is suffering with this dyslexia. So what type of support that you give from your end as the teacher? So what are the strategies that you're going to implement? That is what you're going to discuss, right? So it is kind of an essay type question. So therefore, now it is 7:22. Think and write kind of a solid answer, not exactly a very lengthy answer, but it should be kind of a proper one. I will give 15 minutes, 7:37. Pujani, while I was reading the first part, it disappeared. Pujani,
Yes,
where
ma'am.
is it? You have
I
removed it.
no, I sent the same one again.
Oh.
Okay.
Right, right. I was reading from there, no, not from the top part. I was reading both were together. No, right, right, right. I have sent the question to the group. Hope that you all have answered. We will start checking. Wait, I will show the question. Yes. Any volunteer who's going to start reading, or I will just tell? Right, Poochani?
I need to make I'm in the last part.
Or still writing the last part?
Yes.
Okay, I'll give little bit more time. But try to write, okay? Now it's 7:40 till 7:45. That's all. Then we will start checking. Yes, we'll check now. Yes. Pujani, read your answer, Puta. Pujani, start reading your answer, Puta. Right, then Dilekha, read your answer.
Uh, classroom have a 8 years old student with a dyslexia. Dyslexia is a difficult reading, spelling, and writing skills, but that student can solve the maths problem. If it is recognized student has the dyslexia, then we can talk with the parents, and after that we meet doctor, and we can get the more information after that the teacher can help to the that student doing some classroom activities. Use stand, write to letters, games, group works. Use the flashcards with letters, words, or pictures. Teacher need more attention for the that student. Listen to the story with the pictures and sound patterns, rhyme games, and sound blending. Help to the spelling activity for the that student. That's it.
Now, these ones are the essay type questions. So, normally I'm giving marks either out of 10 or 15. So, here I will give out of 10. Then, for Dilekha, I will give 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. I will send it to the group. Anuradhi, read your answer.
Still writing well.
Still writing, of course, I have given it at 7:22. So nearly like 25 minutes. Whatever the things that you have written, never mind. Read it.
Dyslexia is a learning disability that can cause difficulties with reading, writing, and processing information. Dyslexia symptoms include difficulty reading words, especially in isolation or reading slowly, spelling, difficulty spelling mistake, poor handwriting, pronunciation problem, comprehension problem, difficulty remembering the sequence of things, difficult visual processing, difficulty auditory processing, difficulty with motor abilities. Supporting an 8 years old student with dyslexia in developing reading fluency and special skills requires a structured, multisensory, and individualized approach. Here are some effective classroom activities. Children need to teach visual, auditory, and synthetic learning. Focus on phonemic awareness activities such as blending and sounds, reading fluency practice, have the student read the same test multiple times to build fluency and confidence. Read the sentences aloud and have the student repeat it, focusing on expression and pacing. We want to use technology materials. Some games can use to children. Visual aids use color codes and such. I cannot all of right finished. I can't finish.
Okay, right. Some of the parts when you are telling, like, it's not very clear, Anuradhi. I have given 5 marks. Nadi, read your answer.
Dyslexia means learning disability that affect reading, writing, and spelling skills. Characteristics of dyslexia student is as follows: difficulty in spelling simple words, reluctant to read aloud in class, confusing letters with similar shapes like a B and D, P and Q. Since this student is 8 years old, teacher should take necessary actions to minimize the issues from basic level. Teacher can use flashcards, letters, or pictures, which includes letters and numbers. Teacher can ask them to repeat sounds and letters aloud. Teacher can display posters within the classroom, and teacher can ask them to come in front of the class and write letters, words, and sound them aloud. Teacher can start with phonemic awareness activities like rhyming games, sound segmentation, etc. And also teacher can group them with other students and organize some group activities like role play, short dramas, and get them to speak in front of the class and pronounce words loudly. Teacher can give some specialized activity sheets consist of letters, words, and find the missing letter, or simple dictation activities to improve their language skills. Teacher can introduce some ice break sessions during the classroom and arrange separate study areas for them since they need time to learn something. That's
Nadi,
all.
good. That means kind of a very practical answer. Good. I have given 8 out of 10. Dinushi, read your answer.
A student with dyslexia means that she cannot understand some words properly and misunderstand some word patterns, and she have some focusing issues. According to this statement, we can use correct classroom strategies to her. First one is introducing letters with their sounds. That's for awareing about phonics. Examples: rhyming the letters like cat, hat, mat, fat, and break down words, and tongue twists, and find some missing letters. Second one is multisensory method. We can use visual method as using flashcards and videos. Second one is auditory learning method, using some sounds pattern from songs. And third one is kinesthetic method, using finger and write on the board or sand. And we can use cutting shapes like letters and giving to her to touch. And third one is when introducing letters and sounds, it should be done by step. Start with easy and simple letters, and lastly we can introduce difficult words, and also we can use her some rewarding system. That's all.
Right. So that also good, but I feel like you can write more than that. I have given 7 marks. Pujani, your answer.
Yes, ma'am. Mm. Dyslexia is a learning difference that primarily affects reading and spelling abilities. In a classroom, a child could suffer from dyslexia. Therefore, it is important to have some classroom strategies to help the child to overcome difficulties in fluency and spelling. 1. Create a supportive and understanding environment. We should understand that dyslexia makes reading and spelling genuinely challenging. Therefore, we should always be patient about it with the child and give them time. Also, creating an environment where the child is encouraged to express their difficulties and concerns while creating a safe space for them to ask for help without feeling embarrassed will benefit their mental well-being and will give them a sense of belonging. As bullying can be seen in schools, the teacher holds a responsibility to educate the class about dyslexia to foster understanding and prevent teasing or bullying from happening. 2. Multisensory learning. We should incorporate visual, auditory, and kinesthetic elements into lessons. This can include using flashcards, letter tiles, songs, and movement activities. For example, using colored overlays, large print, and clear fonts reduces the visual stress the child has to go through and makes the reading easier. 3. Explicit and systematic instruction. Focus should be put on developing the child's ability to hear and manipulate the sounds in spoken language. Activities like rhyming and blending sounds are crucial. Teaching the relationship between letters and sounds explicitly and systematically so that it could benefit them. For a teacher, for example, a teacher can start with simple letter sound correspondences and gradually introduce more complex patterns. The teacher could also use visual aids and mnemonic devices to help the student remember spelling rules and patterns to teach them. 4. Assistive technology. Text-to-speech software can help the student access written material independently and improve reading comprehension, while speech-to-text software can help the student with writing tasks, allowing them to focus on content rather than the mechanics of writing. Therefore, the availability to access these could benefit the child for fluency. 5. Modifications. We should provide extra time for reading and writing tasks, especially tests and quizzes. As a child with dyslexia struggles mainly in reading, the teacher should adjust the amount of reading and writing required, focusing on key concepts rather than the excessive ones. 6. Collaboration and communication. Collaboration with the school's special education team to develop an individualized education program, if needed, could benefit the child. 7. Building fluency. Having the student reread familiar texts will build fluency, and automatically so rereading should be implemented on a daily basis. The teacher can also do activities where everyone reads texts aloud together as a class or in small groups. Using audiobooks could also help as it exposes the student to fluent reading and model proper pronunciation and intonation. 8. The last one, making spelling manageable. Teach spelling patterns and rules while using techniques like writing words with sand, tracing letters, and using letter tiles to reinforce spelling. Using these strategies, it would help the 8-year-old child with dyslexia to overcome difficulties in reading, fluency, and spelling.
Very good. Very clear answer. I have given 8.5 marks. Can give more than that for all your answers, but I have given the minimum because when you're doing it for the exam, I have to give the proper way, no, right? Now see the third one. Discuss the role of neurotransmitters in the brain's communication process, highlighting their impact on mood, behavior, and cognitive function. We discuss what are neurotransmitters, the chemical messengers, and due to that, there are many more imbalances. Sometimes due to the neurotransmitters imbalances, there can be many more issues. You will be see, that means you will get the visible issues on their behavior, mood, and all those things. So you are going to discuss about the neurotransmitters. Now it's 7:59. I will give time till 8 10, kind of a short answer, 8, 12, now it's 8 o'clock. So 8, 12 minutes. Not a very lengthy answer, just brief it. That's more than enough. For the exam, of course, you can elaborate. Shall we check your answers? Right. Dileka? Those who are still answering? Right. Dileka? Read your answer. Then Dinushi, read your answer, Puta.
Neurotransmitters impact for our mood through the serotonin and dopamine. That neurotransmitters affect our mental health and it caused for happy or depression and anxiety. I haven't finished, madam.
Right. Okay. So then I won't give marks, but okay, you were mentioning the dopamine and the serotonin. Right. Okay. Poojani, what's your answer?
Neurotransmitters are chemical messengers that transmit signals across the space between nerve cells, neurons in the brain. They definitely play a crucial role in communication within the brain and affect various aspects of our functioning, which includes mood. Neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine are heavily involved in regulating mood. Imbalances in these neurotransmitters are associated with mood disorders like depression and anxiety. Behavior. These influence various behavioral aspects such as motivation, reward attention, and aggression. For example, dopamine is involved in reward-seeking behavior, while serotonin can affect impulsivity and aggression. Cognitive function. Some neurotransmitters are essential for cognitive functions such as learning, memory, and attention. Imbalances in these can impair cognitive disabilities. Cognitive abilities. Different neurotransmitters have specific functions and can have effects on the targeted neurons. The complex interplay of various neurotransmitter systems ensures the proper functioning of the brain and influences our thoughts, feelings, and actions. That's it.
Okay. Then I won't give marks to that. Nadi, what's your answer?
Neurotransmitters are chemical messengers that facilitate communication between neurons in the brain and nervous system. When levels of specific neurotransmitters are too high or low, it affects normal brain functions and lead to mental health conditions. Many treatments are there to uh, restore imbalance levels. It affects mood functions like happiness, depression, and anxiety. And it plays anxiety and motivation. It affects behavior functions like learning, relaxation, social bonding, trust, and positive emotions. It affects cognitive functions like memory, learning, how to focus and focus on stressful situations. And it was difficult for me to draft answer. I wrote like this.
Okay. Right. Because I have given only very limited time period. So normally when we consider these neurotransmitters, so first all have mentioned. So you have to mention the neurotransmitters means the chemical messengers. So when it gives the chemical messages, through that it influence the like kind of the various aspects of our human behavior, including whether we are getting a proper mood or whether we have some sort of emotional issues or the physical responses. So for everything it affects. And normally when we consider these dopamine, now there, of course, it gives the pleasure, happiness, feel good. When you have kind of a pleasurable activity. So during when you are engaged with a pleasurable activities like maybe eating, when you have achieved a target or when you have achieved a goal, like that, when you get something like that, the dopamine, of course, it stimulates a lot. That is how normally we identify. And then when we consider the serotonin, of course, it is kind of for the mood. That means the mood stabilizer. That is how we recognize the serotonin. That means when you have kind of a problem, depression, anxiety, or many, so whatever that you have, if you are going to uh, walk, that last week I was mentioning about that suiciding case. Now they are during that time period when he was walking, he got the whatever the pleasure from the environment, and maybe according to the morning breeze and all those things, he has changed the mood. So that means it is kind of a mood stabilizer. That is how we identify the serotonin. Apart from that, there are plenty of, and another important one we call it as GABA, GABA. That is capital G, capital A, capital B, capital A. That of course, normally that also the similar way, when you have some, imagine if you have low level of GABA, right? So if you have the low level of GABA, that means the whatever the GABA level should be in a human body, maybe if you get little bit less than that, due to that, it linked to your anxiety issues. That means when you do not have the proper GABA, that means it is one neurotransmitter, it is a chemical messenger. This GABA chemical messenger, if it is not having in a proper level, if it is lack of it, you will get many more anxiety issues, right? Some sort of things. So therefore, normally what we do when you have these lack of these neurotransmitters, or sometimes more, there is a possible level. If it is less or more than that, what they do, they give some sort of medicines to come to a certain level. Those type of things, of course, we are using, right? So these neurotransmitters also very, very important. So I have discussed 3 questions with you all. Now all these parts you will get for the paper. So from your end, you have to revise, practice, and whatever the answers that you have written it here, better you go through that and get prepared. So that means only you're having one revision for this 5th module, and tomorrow we are going to have the final revision module, final revision session for the module 4. Then after that, most probably Miss Pavitra will tell you either next week or like maybe you all have discussed with her, so she will give you the module 4 and then the module 5 final papers. So then next week, right, we are going to start the 6th module. So according to the calendar, right? So according to the February calendar, that next week means the 9th. So 9th we are going to do. Now remember, we are going to cover 5 modules. So therefore, we'll do like this. Monday and Tuesday, 2 days we'll take it. Sunday and Monday, both days we'll consider. So Sundays we'll have 6:30 to either 8:30 or till 9 o'clock. And then Tuesdays we'll take, Mondays we'll take either 6:30 or because it's a working day, either 6:30 or kind of 7 to 9 o'clock or 7:30 to 9 o'clock, 9:30, like that way we'll take. So that means Sunday we'll try to get 2 hours or 2.5 hours. And then Monday we'll try to get 2 hours. So if we are going to do like that, Anuradhi, I will give you the time to read the answer. So if we are going to get kind of 4 hours or 4.5 hours per 1 week, then most probably within 1 month we are in a position to cover one module. So then February, we most probably will try our level best to cover the 6th module. Then March 7th module, April 8th module, then May 9th module. Somehow we'll try to get some extra dates as well. When we have some extra dates, try to do some little bit lengthy online sessions as well. So somehow we are in a position to cover. And I was mentioning the other 5 modules are not extremely difficult. Those are the subject related modules. එතකොට ඒවා ලොකු අමාරු ඒවා නෙමෙයි අපේ එක එක සබ්ජෙක්ට් වලට රිලේට් වෙන මොඩියුල්ස්. ඒ හින්දා ඒවයි ලොකු ගොඩක් වැඩ නැහැ. ඒක ඇත්තටම ලොකු අමාරු නෑ. අපිට ඉක්මනට කරගෙන යන්න පුළුවන්. That means your contribution should be there. So from your end, get practice and get prepared for the module 4 and for the module 5 exam. And try your level best. Yes. Anything from your end? Anuradhi, read your answer.
Ma'am,
Yes. Yes.
small clarification, ma'am. We are getting 50 marks for teaching practices. So, is there any due date to complete that? Or
Course, normally when you are going to finish your module, because I don't know how the way the others have arranged their time, whatever their schedules, because if they are not in a position to complete it within February and March, I can't do like that. So therefore, what I was discussed with Miss Pavitra, till the end, you have the chance. That means till May, you have the chance. After when you finish covering your teaching practice sessions, you have to give your that notebook. So we are observing your notebook and all the things what you have written there and all. By considering everything only, we are giving marks out of 50. That is how we have planned. Okay. Yes, Anuradhi, read your answer.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, I had a connection problem. Neurotransmitters are chemical messages that facilitate communication between neurons in the brain. Imbalance in the neurotransmitters can lead to mental health disorders. Example, depression and anxiety, sorry. And cognitive disorder. It focuses critical role in the regulating in regulating mood, behavior, and cognitive.
Right. Okay. So can write more. Now what you can do, you can think about your grammar, spellings, not only for Anuradhi, for everyone. Grammar, spellings, and then whatever the terminology that you are using. So everything you have to consider. Yes. Apart from that, any issue from your end? Any other thing that you want to check with me?
මැඩම් මට මේ දෙසැම්බර් 22 මේ ජොයින් වෙන්න බැරි වුණා. ඒක මේ මම ඇහුවා ෆයිටම්ස් කියන. ඒක ඉෂුව එකක් වෙලා ඩවුන්ලෝඩ් වුන්නේ නැහැ කිව්වා. මේ ඩවුන්ලෝඩ් වුන්නේ නැහැ කිව්වා. මැඩම් ගාව නැහැ නේද?
Recording එකක්ද අනුරාධි?
ඔව් මැඩම්.
නෑනේ මගේ ළඟ recordings එකක්වත් නැහැ. ඒ කියන්නේ මම දකින්නේ මේ group එකේවා තමයි. එහෙම අර මගේ ළඟ recordings එන්නේ නැහැ. මොකද එහෙන්නේ record කරන්නේ. ඒ නිසා recordings නම් මට එන්නේ නැහැ.
Okay මැඩම්.
බලන්න වෙන කවුරු හරි download කරගත්ත කාලඟ හරි තියෙනවා නම් the best thing is you ask from them. If they have any,
Okay.
you can get from them.
Okay ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, any other issue if you have anything? Right, then if you do not have anything, we can wind up the session. So thank you for joining, and from your end, you have to revise as well, right? Okay, good night. Bless you all.
good night. Thank you, ma'am.
God bless.